take a little bit of time. There we go. Duke is live. He's playing Crash.
Yes, Crash Bandicoot 3.
Go Crash, go.
Oh, crap, I forgot this. We'll just edit this thing.
He's playing Crash.
Yes, Crash Bandicoot 3.
Go Crash, go.
Oh. Crap, I forgot this.
If you could turn us up, that'd be good too.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, Mia, I'll turn you up, so... there you go.
Yourself up too if you can.
It's already up. Let me just... okay, Mia, I'll turn you up, so...
Okay.
Muted. And now, I muted the whole the stuff here, so so no feedback. You don't want that, so let's see. Alright. Okay, there it is. Yeah.
The leg's actually pretty good, so not a huge amount of difference.
Yeah. Alright. Crash Bandicoot. There it is. Warped. Boom. Done. Boom. Alright. Everything seems to be working. Alright.
Yep. Your screen's still on. Your screen's still on Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy though.
Yep. Just press the thing and boom. Yeah, I have pretty decent amount of games, so.
There we go.
We'll mute the TV so we don't get that feedback. There we go. Gosh, and I'm already going to pre-order, or gonna pre-order next month Crash 4 for the Switch, so that's gonna be fun.
Nice.
Alright, let's see. If everyone's showing it. Oh, we got 2 people on Periscope watching. Hi, everyone. So that was a great intro. We did a sound test and didn't say anyone. So hi, it's been a while. Me, Dukect, with some people from Black Shepherd Games. Introduce yourself.
I'm Natalie.
Right, I'm Natalie. This is Matthew. And
I'm the Laughing Man. Fuck that.
what's the deal here? Do we have to keep swearing to a minimum?
Probably. I mean, if you really are the Laughing Man, why did you take that picture of you with the Christ thorns and everything? That lovable shot from the Zack Snyder cut of Joker. Don't tell me you didn't see that. Don't tell me you didn't see that.
That I did see.
I am a fan of the Snyder cut, and I'm rooting for it. I want to see how good it is, but my gosh, I've never seen something that cringy in my entire wow. I didn't think a big movie could be that cringe. I mean, and let me tell you, I haven't seen that much cringe since Birds of Prey, actually. That entire movie was pretty much cringe. And hopefully it wasn't going to be that bad. But anyway, Crash Bandicoot 3. Speaking of something that's not cringe. Ouch.
If it's not cringe, we're not interested.
The real mastermind of the entire Crash Bandicoot trilogy.
Crash.
Even though we pretty much abused that bear, it still likes the Crash Bandicoot family.
Price is coping so well on the Australian outback.
Well, it's out of, well, at least it's somewhere different.
Switch a little fire and shit.
You have failed me twice.
Situated.
Crash Bandicoot.
From deep inside my dead prison, I sent symbols.
Hey Duke, have you gotten Crash 4 yet?
I am getting one for the Switch. That's what it is. I'm waiting for it.
I played a bit at my brother's house and I really enjoyed what I played.
It looks
I
fun.
need to get my own. Yeah, I need to get my own version so I can play it myself.
Well, hopefully you'll get it soon because it looks great, and And if you are gonna get it for the Switch, hopefully you have a better like PC controller, because
The Switch,
Yeah.
we don't have Switches. We're the PC master race.
well, do you have a good PC controller this time? Because every time I've seen y'all do live streams, and I'm like, the PC controller, I'm like, I can hear the crappiness.
Yeah, it's a PS4 controller.
Oh well.
PS4 controllers are the best. What are you talking about?
Problem is, mine's busted.
No, well. Oh, by the way, speaking of PS4, there's going to be a State of Play, aka the PlayStation version of the Nintendo Direct, which hopefully it won't be. Hopefully there will be not as much salt as the Nintendo Direct got. Like people were like, "I'm happy for it." Then you saw Mithra and like Pyra from Xenoblade Chronicles 2 get announced in Smash, and everyone got upset. Everyone, they wanted Crash Bandicoot. I feel like it's like,
Actually, looking pretty cool.
yeah.
Hi, Lemur.
Oh well.
I mean, imagine Mario, Sonic, and Crash Bandicoot all on the same console, or all in the same game. Sorry,
The three big mascots.
from the late '90s at least.
Well, Mario's from the
Early
80s,
2000s.
so
No,
But-
he's still Nintendo's mascot though. But I'm saying like you have Sega, PlayStation, and Nintendo. That's right before Sega got
well, Sega just.
pummeled on the Dreamcast.
And goes to Toad Village.
But yeah, I didn't watch the Nintendo Treehouse thing.
I did, and there's some stuff I liked, some stuff I didn't like. Gosh, I love these cutscenes, by the way. Reminds me so much of like Saturday morning cartoons. Man, I miss them. And you know, at least good animation. That people say, what happened to all the good animation? It's in Crash Bandicoot and Spyro. Those, if you want good animation and such, go and play these games. You know, because that's where all the animation and all the good stuff are at nowadays. It's not in Saturday morning cartoons or cartoons that they had. Because if you watch like the, did you see the supposedly the brand new like Aquaman cartoon, and it's like, oh gosh, I'm like, I know kids like it, but it's like it is it's unfinished. It's Teen Titans Go, but cheaper.
That's what I was worried. That's what I was worried about because anytime anyone says like look at animations like Teen Titans Go, I'm like, oh gosh.
No, scratch that. It's oh, you didn't miss much, Lemur. By the way, it's no, even worse. It's Thundercats War, but cheaper. That's what it is. Oh man,
Thundercats were from down the barrel anyway.
Yep, and they keep going. It's gonna get even worse. And now I heard rumors that there's supposedly Mortal Kombat cartoon, ladies focus, which looks even more cheaper. But I'm like, I doubt Warner Brothers is gonna go that far because, you know, I know.
They already tried doing a Saturday morning Mortal Kombat cartoon for
Which
USA
was-
Network back in the
I was
late 2000s.
Oh no, it was
or,
90s.
sorry, early.
It was the
Yeah,
90s.
early
I
90s.
remember watching that. I was like, I looked at that and I'm like, yeah, this was, even as a kid, I was like, no, this was stupid as a kid.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, Street Fighter, you could do a cartoon show on. But,
Not really.
yeah, well, it's something.
Because I mean, like both Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, they both have the same animation studio from USA Network, and they've just become like synonymous with like YouTube poop videos. Like it's like M Bison says stupid shit on YouTube, and yeah.
Yeah, but at least Street Fighter,
Hard to explain.
you could convince that for parents and such. Yeah, you could do a kid show without that, but Mortal Kombat, even the first game, you could just disembowel people. I'm like, nah, you can't make this kid friendly, man. It's a wrap. You can't. I mean,
You know what? Of the three of Mario, Sonic, and Crash Bandicoot, the three mascots of like the different games, you'd think Crash Bandicoot would be the easiest one to make a movie out of.
No.
oh come on, it is. It's like you have a
Bandicoot has
crazy.
Crash Bandicoot has no personality.
Oh,
Talking about?
Look at him.
It's
just
a Tom
disguised.
and Jerry
Me?
cartoon. That's what he is. It's Tom
Big
and
deal, man.
Jerry, but as like, as a protagonist. You could definitely do something with Crash Bandicoot as a cartoon. You
Crash
can.
Bandicoot brimming with personality. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
Hey, Duke, Lemur saying that Nat and my microphone.
Oh no,
is
let me just
pretty
hold
quiet.
on.
Can you turn it up a bit?
Let me turn that up. Let me see.
Hey Duke, Matt's not happy with not being the center of attention, so can you like fix that, please?
This is Lemur saying that, not me.
Okay, all right, and just put this here, and let's see.
Although Nat is not wrong.
Let's see.
Matt, your microphone is kind of quiet. I'll see if I can tweak it on my end too, just in
There
case.
you go. Just in case, a little bit higher for it.
Testing. Try that. Lemur, can you hear us? 1, 2, 3.
All right.
We'll
All
give it
right.
an hour to process.
Okay. All right. Let's see if everything's working out. And let's see.
Lemur is because Sonic the Hedgehog actually has a personality.
Yeah, Sonic has an entire personality. Same as Crash. Crash has a personality. And you could definitely make a movie about it. Heck, this pretty much is a movie of, you could say this is like an animated series. The entire Insane trilogy. In fact, you could. This is pretty much a cartoon of itself. So you could definitely.
Yeah, I mean you could literally just take the cutscenes, string them together, and then just interlace a couple of the gameplay segments.
They tried doing the same thing with Donkey Kong.
Oh, don't even talk about that.
I saw that. Hey, what's up, Kuna? Yes, that's
Kuna, if
beautiful.
you keep that up, next time I have a spare Steam Lovecraft game key, I'm not gonna give it to you. I'm gonna remember this shit, and I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take vengeance.
Yeah, but I think you could definitely do a Crash Bandicoot movie or series and such. Heck, they technically did Skylanders, but Crash was talking and it was not.
No, you can't have Crash talking.
No, it was not. It was not. Wasn't that good.
Nope.
They just overcompensated with like, well, Crash needs to talk and have a personality and plan and all this stuff, which is no way he
Hey,
does.
Duke, I think the stream froze, man.
What? Stream froze? Well, it's going right here on my end. In fact, both
I'll
my
refresh.
ends.
What the hell?
It's good. Looks good.
It may have tried to play an ad. Yeah, okay, it's good.
Yeah, the
It may have tried to
ads.
play an ad. My ad blocker's like, "Fuck you."
I just.
I've noticed that lately. Is Twitch is like putting up these purple messages saying, "If you're seeing this, you have an ad blocker, and we're just gonna make you sit here and stare."
I
at the purple
remember
screen until
when
the ad time's over."
Blip TV, if you remember that, they did the same thing, and I'm like,
Oof.
that was the end of that. Like they tried so hard to get any type of money, any type of like cash from them. I'm like, no, man, just I honestly, if I make any, I'm not even seeing any dime from any ads and stuff. That's just the website itself. They are desperate for cash. That's like, when it's like, okay, it's about to be the time's up for it. I don't know what's gonna take it over. I mean, supposedly Facebook is gonna have a streaming thing, which is gonna be nice.
Facebook's gonna censor Australia. What?
Well, I didn't get everything, but I got a nice gem. That's nice. By the way, oh gosh. Oh no, Bubsy. Why did you have to mention Bubsy here?
Here's the thing, Kahuna. Is I'm a fan of Bubsy in the most ironic way possible.
Why would you do that?
Games,
We were having
games-
such a good time, and you had to mention
What he's
Bubsy.
saying is that he has terrible taste.
no. Bubsy was like the second game I ever owned, so fuck you.
Oh gosh.
It's literal nostalgia classes. That's all it is. The game itself is crap. All of them are crap.
Then the
That's why
3D
everybody bought me a bunch of
version
fucking-
is.
That's why everyone
just-
bought me a bunch of Bubsy games when my birthday came around last year.
Which I don't know how they made it. I still have no idea how they made a game that bad in 3D. I am like, utterly shocked of that.
Oh, you mean
how,
PlayStation?
oh, on the Mr. Box. Yeah, on the PlayStation 1, they had a gold X on there. I'm like, no.
Oh, that's because that was one of the first like open world 3D type games. They didn't know what the hell they were doing. That was before Mario came out, I think.
No,
No, it
Mario
wasn't.
came out after.
No.
Everyone
And,
came out
and Crash
after.
Bandicoot came out
And
before that as well.
no, they didn't know what they were doing.
They had no excuse. I mean, yeah, I admit they had no idea what they were doing, but also they have no excuse.
Yeah, they never had an excuse. They just looked terrible, and I just couldn't. I mean, they had no idea. And the funny thing is, the people who made it eventually went on to make, I'm not kidding you, Siphon Filter.
Never played it.
Oh, it's really good. I remember playing that game. It was fun. I actually remember, back in the olden days when when I was in school, I actually played that with had like used to bring PlayStation games to your school and stuff. And that was so much fun. Like they had big old wheeled-in television and just like, hey, we're gonna play some games and such. Since there's like no point of like, it's like near the end of school, and they just said, hey, you can just play some games. It was so much fun, and everybody just played.
Kuna says that I don't know. She doesn't know if they really have mascots for most. She doesn't know if they have mascots for most consoles.
To
this
be
day and
fair,
age.
fair.
Nintendo aside, obviously, but
Hey,
Sony still has loads of.
Sega.
It was Sackboy for a while.
Sackboy, Sly Cooper. Okay, they're not making anything about him anymore, but
Nathan Drake.
Yeah.
Kratos.
They're not really mascots though.
They kind of are.
Master Chief. That's a mascot for you.
Yeah, but he's well, is the Master Chief collection only on PlayStation or not PlayStation? Sorry, is it only on PC and Xbox, or is there actually like a PlayStation Halo collection coming out?
It's on Microsoft.
Okay, so
it's on PC and
well, they still have that, and they still have Gears of War. So
yeah, which is still a thing. And I'm surprised it hasn't been a movie made since they keep talking about that. They're like, there's gonna be a movie made about like 5 or 6 years ago. And I'm like,
yeah, but they always say that, and then they sit on it for ages because they're sitting on the property. It's kind of like all of a sudden now there's a freaking Mortal Kombat movie coming out, and it's like, where the hell did this come from?
well, they've been trying to make that for
like
years,
years.
actually. First
Yeah, I
it was
know.
gonna
I
be a
understand
sequel,
it.
but then they're like,
Yeah.
what the?
Okuma says a figure that embodies the entire company. I don't know. Master Chief is still.
After the
think of
couple of
Xbox,
games
I
were
think of
pretty
Master
much
Chief.
terrible. No, I
Thinking like a cutesy type of mascot, maybe, but
super Lucky Tail. I don't know. I honestly don't know what type of mascot that Microsoft has or Sony has. Oh, Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank. That's a thing.
that is true. Jack
So
T.
yes, checkmate. And I got the crystal or gem or whatever. With a nice little. See, Kroko treats those little pets nicer than Crash. Let's see. You know, Insomniac actually made a game for Microsoft once, and I don't think it sold well. It's just weird because they usually all make some good games and such. And then recently,
Did you hear that the team who remastered this Crash Bandicoot game is actually remastering Diablo 2?
Oh yeah, so pretty much, and anyone who is a fan of, if you're a fan of Diablo 2, the old school one, better download it and buy it now.
Before Blizzard fucks it up.
Yeah.
It's actually a really good idea. I may have to re-download it and get the patches and stuff and just keep it on the background.
Before it gets George Lucas.
No, before it gets Warcraft 3'd.
Oh.
Warcraft 3 used to be able, if you had a legitimate copy of Warcraft 3, you could just download it off the Blizzard website. and then just install it. But now, ever since Warcraft 3 Reforged came out, it's just bloated and broken as fuck.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Sly was gonna get a movie too, and it's, I don't know. It's just like it's. They said it was happening, but it's like canceled. But I don't know. Then again, they said there was gonna be a Sly 5, and that didn't happen, which sucks because I love Sly Cooper. And they need to do something. The game ended in a cliffhanger, so I'm like, they should do something with that series because a lot of people love that series. So it should come back.
I know that Christoph Gans, the guy who directed the Silent Hill movie, was for a while he was talking about maybe doing something with Fatal Frame, and I'm like, if you fucking touch that fucking game, I swear to Christ, I'll send you back to prison.
Back to prison.
Yeah, he was in prison for a while.
For what?
I can't remember. I think it was like something to do with copyright infringement or fraud or something like that.
The Silent Hill movie, copyright infringement and fraud. The Japanese sued him.
Fatal Frame, I don't know who can make that movie good.
Yeah, I think it'd have to be like a legit like Japanese artist.
Do you know what the Ring series that was out on, was it Netflix?
Actually, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, there were bits of that I was like, wow, that's really Fatal Frame. So like whoever did that, I think could do a good job.
Which Fatal Frame game would they do, or would they do something unique?
What do you mean?
Would they do a story based off one of the games, like 2, or would they actually just make their own thing?
Actually, there's already been a Fatal Frame movie.
It's just not called Fatal Frame.
Yeah, it's called something else, and they don't really even use the
Camera Obscura
a lot, which is what. But that was a pretty good.
I never actually got into the Fatal Frame series. It's just like, it just looks too, I don't know, maybe I'm just more of the using a gun to take out all of my enemies and such, but I'm like, I just don't think a camera is like the best way to. I'm like, oh wow, we're gonna take out these ghosts. How? Camera. Yeah, that's just, it was too silly. It's too silly.
Not really, because it comes from there was a belief in Japan when photography first came about that
you can photograph dead spirits.
well, not just that, but also that a lot of people were reluctant to get their photos taken because they believed that every time you got photographed, it would take like a piece of your soul. Yeah,
that's a Native American thing too, I think.
Yeah.
Native American tribes.
Yeah, it's not a stretch to suggest, and even in Victorian England, like there was an obsession with the dead and photography in a way. So
no, that is true.
So it's not really a stretch to believe that some occult stuff could be tied into a camera. But no, there's parts of Fatal Frame that are just so fucking eerie, and they'll just send chills up your spine in a way that I mean, obviously Silent Hill and Resident Evil, they're both great, but Fatal Frame is a very, very kind of atmospheric, but also really subtle. If you play alone in a dark room, and you'll be looking over your shoulder.
Natalie comes bursting through the door. Bitch.
Well, if I think a good Fatal Frame movie, if you do it right, it has to get like you said, the atmosphere. If you can nail the atmosphere, you can probably get away with a lot of stuff. In fact, some say that's how the first Silent Hill movie did. Felt like that was really good because of the atmosphere. And
it had beautiful cinematography, and the creature effects were well done.
Yeah, it's just the story.
No, the story was kind of garbage. I agree, especially after learning more about Silent Hill lore and stuff.
Well, and also, you can't make a Silent Hill movie and then have the characters in it not represent the characters as written in the games.
Yeah, I still have no idea what was Sean Bean's point. What was his whole point being there?
He was set up to have a tie-in so that it'd be him looking for his wife in Silent Hill, a la James Sunderland.
No, the real reason he's in there is because
big name actor.
Christoph Gans talked about this. They sent the script off to whoever
the
made
studio,
it.
and the studio's like, there's too many women.
They literally said, "Oh, there's no men in this. You need to just write."
But it was the man was the protagonist, right? He was.
I know. I don't know why they fucking changed it. Like, Oh, I mean, I do know why. He said that, oh, well, we started writing and respecting his character, and we found out that, you know, actually, he's more of a woman, so
He's more
it's like, what the fuck are you talking
Harry
about?
Mason's more of a mother figure than he's a father figure. It's
Bitch,
like, fuck off.
the fuck are you talking about?
I don't see. That's what these Hollywood directors. You don't know. They just go in these weird places, and you're like, you know, it comes right
Lemur
out.
said earlier that
Yeah.
Lemur said earlier that she had want to play Fatal Frame, but she'd be panicky the whole time. In our Discord the other night, I played that September 1999 game, and scared the shit out of Lemur. It was beautiful. I told Matt everything about it, Lemur.
Has Lima seen you freaking out when you were playing Fatal Frame and I burst in?
Yes, I imagine she has.
Because I was going to say you could send that to her as like her revenge.
Her revenge,
The
nothing.
revenge.
That was your revenge.
I committed revenge on behalf of Lima. Preemptively.
Preemptively. AKA Nat's full of shit.
Alright. And let me go and make some waves. Nope, Coco's doing that. But you know, honestly, by the way, I did see the Mortal Kombat trailer, which was, man, that was fun. But I only have one question: where the hell is Johnny Cage?
Yeah, that's just what I was wondering is why is Johnny Cage missing? And we have some
New MMA
new
douchebag.
guy who's an MMA guy. Yeah,
I'm like, look, I'm like, I'll give him a chance, and I'm like, I'm like, I'll give the person a chance, and you want to do a new character, fine. But there's so many others. Like, I mean, you could easily just put, you know, someone else there. You know, you could easily put, you know, I feel like they could just like, okay, this guy Cole. I feel like they're trying to do like, okay, we need a chosen one person. So, isn't that Liu Kang? Like, yeah,
pretty much.
yeah. And I'm like,
Here's the thing, though, is
they just don't give
I
no respect to him.
I wonder if this isn't. I wonder if Johnny Cage isn't just gonna be his like screen name. Like it is this Cole guy. But, like after he knows more about Mortal Kombat and that kind of thing, he becomes Johnny Cage, the actor.
Yeah,
Possible. I mean, I don't know how else you'd just fucking get rid of Johnny Cage. I mean, he's I keep saying
iconic.
he's the only Mortal Kombat character with a fucking arc, and I stand by that.
not Liu Kang.
Maybe not.
Sonya has
maybe
an
not.
arc.
Maybe not. Scorpion and Sub-Zero have arcs, but like Johnny Cage, Liu Kang, Sonya, they're always the same character. Like Sonya's always badass female, tough woman, and then Liu Kang's always chosen solemn monk, and then so is most of every other character. All the bad guys are just generic baddies with no very few redemption arcs. Not even Kano has a redemption arc. And Johnny Cage, he goes from just an absolute like douchebag, up his own ass, egotistical Hollywood type, to actually, you know, finding like humility and actually becoming a hero. And ultimately, if you play Mortal Kombat, I guess 9, 10, and 11,
Yeah,
he
he becomes
is
the
kind of
commander and
he becomes basically becomes the hero of the entire series.
Yeah, he changes and all that stuff. And the only thing Kano had was big change Kano ever got was he was just a regular dude and just became an Aussie from the first movie. That's pretty much what they didn't even say. Okay,
Yeah.
what's Kano? Just this dude with a laser eye. Okay, we can make him Aussie. And they're like, oh sure.
Well, originally, Kano was half Asian and half American, and he was just like a gangster with high-tech weaponry. And all of a sudden, they're like, "Oh, this one Australian actor we hired as Kano seemed to fit the bill really good," and it just became iconic that he became Australian.
Yeah. Besides, I think that's part of, you know, there hasn't been much Asian or Aussie characters or whatever. I mean, Australian characters. I mean, in video games, I'm talking characters in general. When's the last time, other than Kano, who's like, you know, deliberately like Aussie and such? I mean, besides,
Bandicoot.
yes, Crash Bandicoot and Kano. That's it. even though they don't have Aussie accents, which is weird. Why doesn't Coco have has an Aussie accent? It's more, American and such.
Well, the thing is, like, in the Mortal Kombat movie from 1995, which it's going to be hard to beat that one, as cheesy as it is, as bad as the CGI is, how it hasn't aged, it's still a great movie, in my opinion. That definitely set the high bar for video game movies, which, again, is a low bar to begin with, though, but it kind of paved the way. Was not a perfect movie, was not a great movie.
It was better than,
it's better than
Street
everyone
Fighter.
expected it to be. Yeah, no shit. But you could even say that Johnny Cage his character was affected by the movie too, because Johnny Cage was always just the actor, the Jean-Claude Van Damme type character in Mortal Kombat up until the movie came out. Then all of a sudden he has that comedy relief type angle to him, but also the redemption arc.
Yeah. Just surprised, I'm like, yeah, I think that could have been, that's what I love about Johnny Cage, is that he does grow and transform from Hollywood douchebag. Ooh, I just landed on it, but from douchebag to actually Earth great hero. And that's actually pretty good. Also, Jax basically loses his arms, and I'm like, that's nice. From Sub-Zero, so... that's
every single time they try telling the story of how Jax gets his arms, a different character does it. Like in Mortal Kombat 2009, which is Mortal Kombat 9, Ermac rips him off.
Yeah, Ermac,
and then in Mortal Kombat Annihilation, the movie, Jax just does it for shits and giggles.
He just gets like his arms and like, oh, you're nothing, and then he rips it off because Sonya says he needs help, and then bam. And he's like, I have the confidence all along. And I'm like...
I've got everything I need right here. But then, Mortal Kombat, the Scorpion animation movie from Warner Brothers, Goro rips his arms off. And now I'm guessing in this one, Sub-Zero freezes his arms and breaks them off.
Everybody was pissed at Sub-Zero. Like, Sub-Zero! My Sub-Zero's not a bad guy. I'm like...
The first one is.
The first one is. Man, it's like, there's a lot of people who not played the games, or barely played the games.
Not.
No, his brother's
not, though, but
is cool.
First one, I just saw the dude hit the girl with a fucking oar.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
but no, the original Sub-Zero was freaking Noob Saibot. I mean, spoiler alert though, but he's a bad guy.
Yeah, he was a villain.
He almost enjoys killing.
Yeah, he does that. And, him and Scorpion, reason why they beefing because Sub-Zero,
beefing.
He killed his whole family.
Ninja beefing.
Yeah, he killed his whole family. Spoiler alert. But then it came out to be Quan Chi and such. So.
I love how you guys are saying spoiler alert as if anyone gives a fuck about the story of Street Fighter. You ruined it. I was gonna play it and find out.
Yeah, nobody gives a shit about story on Street Fighter. We're talking Mortal Kombat here, woman.
Oh,
but speaking of which,
how come there's no Chun-Li in the Mortal Kombat movie?
I saw that and I laughed. I was like, what? This can't be real. And I saw it was real, and I just said, this is why game journalism, I can't respect any about it at all. And I'm like, this is why the internet's like, this is why some people just need to go on. In fact, they had to have like an update, like, oh, we didn't know that Chun-Li was in Street Fighter. Oops.
Whoopsie. It's like, yeah, no shit, fucking oops. Turning your gamer cred.
Let's see. Oh yeah, Kuhn is like Scorpion is more of an anti-hero. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I like, Scorpion
is an anti-hero.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear they announced the name of the new Spider-Man?
Oh yeah, No Way Home.
No Way Home. Yeah.
And by the way, hopefully this will. And by the way, Tom Holland is still trying to get I think he's still trying to push Marvel to do the Clone Saga, which I'm like, please don't. That was it was terrible. The Clone Saga.
What?
Yeah, the Clone Saga from the comics.
Oh right.
It was terrible, and they didn't know how to end it. Which that was Marvel. That's the reason why Marvel got into bankruptcy and such. They didn't know what to do with They did not know what to do with the character and such. They didn't know what to do with Spider-Man, so they dragged that thing out so long that it was like, oh crap, we're gonna do something, right? No, we're just gonna keep dragging this character out over and over again.
I love how he's a gladiator with sneakers on. Like trainers.
Alright, go ahead, jump. No. Oh, and flatten. But yeah, I just hope that they won't go that far with that. And by the way, it looks like it's gonna tie into the WandaVision and such, which I watched, and it's fine. I think it's pretty good for MCU stuff. People say, I know what I hate about it is they're trying to make Age of Ultron into a thing. Every time I watch it, they just say, "Oh, can you can watch Age of Ultron?" No, stop it. It was terrible. Age of Ultron was crap.
Stop it. Get some help.
Exactly. Just stop. Just stop it. Can't even watch it. I still have no idea. People like saying Age of Ultron was good. No, it wasn't good. Josh Whedon snark and trying to get Vision a big old red penis and such. I'm like, no. Which that was actually in the interview with Paul Bettany. He's like, he wanted to make Vision have like a penis or whatever when he came out. Like, why?
He wanted Dr. Manhattan except red. Red versus blue.
I'm like, this is Disney. They ain't gonna let that stuff happen. They'll let some stuff here, but like, no. Disney got that
I
franchise.
don't know, man. Have you seen the cover for the VHS version of The Little Mermaid?
That's true.
In fact, was it The Rescuers where if you pause it at a certain moment, there's a fucking topless poster in the background?
No, that's the animation. They got that. They sneak that stuff in. That's the thing. They sneak it in. They sneak all that stuff in, man. Because those people are just they're smart, and they're like Disney like this. Oh wow.
Well, I heard that one example was.
deal now.
Oh, fuck you. I heard that one particular example, it was because it was a disgruntled employee or something. So he did it as like a fuck you.
He was a temp. He knew his days were numbered, so he's like, fuck you, Disney.
Exactly. Smart man. But yeah. There, meanwhile. We have some more cartoon stuff with Cortex and the Uka Uka. But yeah, I do really love this the animation, the cutscenes here. They really have. You can tell that the people who made this game, they had so much fun with it. They felt they really cared about this. That's why I like. That's what a developer that actually cares and actually wanted to make a good game. A game that people
that's
actually.
that's one of the.
That was before they started making Last of Us.
This is why I really loved this remake, was because you could tell like a lot of love was put into it, and that the people who made it genuinely loved and cared about the original and trying to keep as much of the feeling as they possibly could when transferring it. The respect that was given rather than the fucking Silent Hill collection where they literally just threw it up onto a disc, like vomited it on and just sent it off. Like, Jesus, what
I'm
the
just
fuck
like
is this?
they lost the code and they had to download an update. Like, what in the world are y'all? What is Konami doing? I'm just.
Who the hell uses the code for your game?
I know
And
what company loses the source code, and and then all that, and then we find out that actually it was never actually necessary because Bluepoint Games can reverse engineer, like the games that they remaster, they reverse engineer it from retail versions, so you never needed the source code in the first place.
A lot of it is they didn't want to pay the voice actors and stuff.
Oh no, but that doesn't explain the fucking technical glitches and the weird like stuff that happens, the texture swapping and the sounds getting all mixed up, and it's just terrible fucking atrocity.
Yeah, that's what it is. I just I don't understand how I mean, these are things that people want to, play and all that stuff. People want to play games and series and such like that. HD remaster. It shouldn't be that hard. It shouldn't be that hard. But my goodness, these developers and all these other people make it hard, and it's a shame too because there's some good stuff that could be remastered.
They lost source code for Kingdom Hearts HD, but they reworked it and now it's fine.
Yeah.
Apparently, they're re-releasing all the Kingdom Hearts games on Epic Game Store. Like
What's
the
up, Tyra?
Ultra Definitive Edition. Not that anyone really cares.
If they make a mode where they cut out the fucking boring ass part at the beginning on the beach, then I might be interested.
Oh, that was Kingdom Hearts. The first one was fine. The second one I couldn't stand. I just, oh gosh, the talking and everything else. I'm just.
Hey, the second one at least had that exchange between Hades and Auron, so that was pretty sweet.
Yeah, but yeah, that was nice.
The rest of it is just Japanese storytelling wankery.
And by the way, I like the fact that Kingdom Hearts 3, which looked like everyone's like happy for it, and it's like, oh, this thing could have been done, and I feel like the entire game could have been handled in like the PS3 era. I'm like, man, the entire series feels like it could have been done in the PS3 era. Not the they could have done the remaster and then this and then Kingdom Hearts 3. I don't know why they waited so long, and for that type of story too, which is just. I'm just like, I wish they could have done something more with it. With all that waiting and then that.
Yeah, I'd appreciate the games more better if it actually had a good storyline instead of incoherent fucking mess that whoever the hell the writer is. Literally someone who just wrote himself into a fucking corner. Yeah. I know. Proper storytelling involves characters with lots of fucking zippers. Let's design characters so all their clothes are fucking zippers.
Imagine wearing that and you need to go to the bathroom.
Zip, 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 zip. Oh no. It's too late.
Oh yeah. Too much zippers, too much stuff. And I honestly, the game series I'm surprised hasn't got a would actually be pretty interesting to remaster. If they ever going to do. Maybe they do have like the stuff there, but the Legend of Zelda, because I hear rumors that they actually might do a 3D version, like Super Mario All Stars version, 3D All Stars version with Legend of Zelda. And I'm like, you know what? If they're smart, oh no, I screwed up. Or maybe I can save it.
Kahuna, you're not clever at all by saying that I lost when I gave a shit about the story after the first game. I never gave a shit about the story in the first game ever.
Screw it. I messed up.
I mean, the entire concept of Final Fantasy and Disney in the same boat was ridiculous, and everybody thought it was absolutely stupid the minute it came out.
Oh,
like,
my stance on Skyward Sword. On Switch,
what's next?
that's
We'll do Mortal Kombat, and we'll do fucking Looney Tunes. How about that?
Don't be, just be away.
They're
By
on
the way,
WB now.
but hey, by the way, my stance on Skyward Sword on the Switch, cool. I already have the game, and it's a fun game. It's a fun Legend of Zelda, even though I think it gets a bad rap because of its controls. I think the controls are fine. But I think I can see why some people are like, oh, they finally got the stuff on the Switch, and they can finally move and do all that type of stuff with the angle stick and everything, which is good. But I'm like, I never really thought the controls of Skyward Sword was that bad or whatever. I liked it, and I still enjoy it. And I'm pissed that all the Joy-Cons are already sold out. The Joy-Cons are they're already sold out. So I don't know how many people are so mad at it, and yet people are like, I'm mad at the game, yet it's already sold out. I'm like, okay. Are you really upset? Or are you not? Because a lot of them are saying, oh, I'm upset and everything, but yet the Joy-Cons and everything are sold out. I'm like, okay. But then I don't know who selling them out, man. I don't know who buying it. It's the same people who are bitching at it. And I'm sitting back and I'm like, okay, since y'all hate it so much, why'd you buy it? Why did you buy the damn thing? I can't stand that.
Yeah, Kahuna, I'm not at all mad. I just think Kingdom Hearts sucks, and it's not because I suck at it. Remember, the controller is broken, and that can attest to that. Kingdom Hearts is fucking easy. Kingdom Hearts 2 is easy and just fucking contrived.
Oh yeah, I love Kingdom Hearts gameplay, and speaking of good gameplay and such.
Yeah, I didn't like gameplay. I heard gameplay was fucking boring.
I like, maybe it's just me, but I love I love the action, RPG stuff. I love that. Oh, Skyward Sword. Yeah. Yeah, I think I can see why some people got frustrated with the controls and, you know, and all that stuff. But again, it's just me. I love playing it. I love the soundtrack. I love the world you go to. I really think it was a fun game to actually sit and actually play and everything. Even though the bosses were not that good. Some of the bosses were not that good. I love Gearhim, his freaky design. But yeah, it's just that you look at the just the way it controls. It's like, you know, it's the controls are the one thing that people are so angry at. If you don't like the controls, you're not gonna like the game. That's the main issue of Skyward Sword. Is that if you love the controls, you're gonna love the game. If you don't love the controls, you're gonna be in it for a rough time.
You're gonna have a bad time.
Oh yes, a very bad time.
If you don't French fry and scissor, you're gonna have a bad time.
You know, it'd be a good game to remake is Eternal Darkness.
Oh yeah. I think that's
especially considering it only got a limited release in the first place.
Especially considering that it's not as great as people remember either.
Yeah.
It's a great concept, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the game trolling
it could be redone and done better.
I don't know how you can make it for, you know, the modern audience, the game to legitimately troll you and such. You know, maybe
that's one game that Kahuna and I were streaming once, and
yeah, I saw that. It was fun.
Yeah, but the gameplay doesn't hold up. I mean, back then, in days of the GameCube, it might have been great, but in this day and age, it's just kind of eh. Kumajvik says that's not going to happen because Silicon Knights is cursed.
Oh yeah, that whole thing was cursed. Silicon Knights is just terrible. Good, got it.
There's a dog barking up a storm outside.
Well, let the dog bark. It's not like he has nothing else to do.
Is the lollipop just outside?
It doesn't sound like Wally.
Oh well. But yeah, Twilight Princess is fun too. And Breath of the Wild, which, you know, they still use some of the techniques for Breath of the Wild for, you know, from the games, you know, potions, all that type of stuff. So yeah, overall worked out in the end. I think Skyward Sword and everything. So yeah, I think it worked out perfectly for everyone involved, except the people who hate the controls.
Well, if they re-released it or reimagined it, I imagine they probably found some way to tweak controls, right? Because I know nothing about Nintendo.
Oh yeah, they already remapped the controls to like the joystick and everything. But they do have special. Oh, but you can still do like the motion stuff with the Joy-Cons, which is good. But also they had like I said, the special like Legend of Zelda Joy-Cons, and they are sold out, which I'm just like a little bitter at because I'm like, man, I wanted them, but but when the direct ended, I could tell I looked to see up, they're already gone. Because those look great. Even though it wouldn't fit my designed, I still have my red Joy-Cons from my Mario Odyssey, from getting Mario Odyssey and such. Which, people are still pissed that, we want Mario Odyssey too. Like, calm down, they're working on it. Seriously.
Now, when are you going to get me a Switch? How much soda do I have to drink?
Maybe when I get my fourth boyfriend.
Alright.
After you close or after you reach another tier on your OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Graduate from feet pick to ankles.
Alright, how do we get the yellow? I'll see if I can get it later. But first, Hog Wild. Or is it? A Hog Ride. Oh, Hog Wild's the first one. And here's the first motorcycle with Crash. She's good. I had no issues with in the PS1 version. I still have the PS1 games, by the way, and they still work. So yeah.
I mean, they still work.
I think you can get them on the PS Store. I think. Right? I think you can find them on the PS Store, the digital ones.
Yeah, you can get like a bundle of the first three.
So one thing I'm kind of irritated about with original PlayStation games is you don't see a whole lot of like re-releases. Like Metal Gear Solid, they re-released 2, 3, and something else in HD, but they didn't release the original Metal Gear Solid. Not even like the Twin Snakes Dreamcast, or not Dreamcast, GameCube version.
Isn't it on the PS?
No, that thing.
It probably is, but I mean, like they're not doing like HD re-releases of classic PlayStation games. When actually, if you upscale most of them, they look pretty good.
I got the gym, so that's good. But yeah,
like you can literally take a PlayStation game on a disc and run it through like let's say RetroArch, and you can actually like make the poly counts on the models higher, so they don't have like sharp edges. You can kind of smoothen those out, and then you can also do the same thing with the textures. And like if you take my hated Final Fantasy VIII and you upscale it, you can see facial details. Like there's actually facial details on the characters, very very crisp facial details. So when they did the big re-release, the remaster of Final Fantasy VIII, all they fucking did was just upscale it.
Well, I just when I look at Final Fantasy Ringtail Loser, aka she had to go movie night, by the way. So
we need to do more. We need to do more
movie nights.
Movie nights in Discord.
Oh, there's like a couple.
Definitely this Sunday we're gonna do another movie night for Ranjin. So let's go.
So there's some good movies out there we can watch. Or bad ones.
Yeah, so far it's been bad. And bad ones are fun.
Well, see. But there's some.
Of course, you're always welcome to join, Duke.
I'll try to make it. Yeah, it's been too long. I need to start putting that stuff on my Discord too. Just like showing bad movies or good movies and such. That just share it. But my computer, I don't know if my computer can handle it. So hopefully by at least next month or so I can get a brand new one. Because I'm trying to save some cash for it. To get a nice brand new computer. And Alright, let me restart the level. Man. Oh my goodness, I just remembered I actually have that let's see, that Tim Burton's what was that Night Before Christmas game it was on the Xbox and PS2, that like character action game.
Oogie's Revenge.
Yes, I have that. I just remembered I have that.
Yes, do I.
Maybe I should play that
It was
next time. Because that game is
European only thing.
I played a bit of it. It's interesting. It's like it's like wow. It's like they're trying so hard to have like that huge character, huge big action game. I'm like, man, they just everything is like they try. You're like, oh, bless their hearts, they tried, but it's crap.
Oh, you trying?
They tried, they failed, but they tried. Let's see if I get.
They try to recreate the original Nightmare Before Christmas too hard, I think, instead of really doing their own thing. Follows the same beats, doesn't it?
Yeah, mostly. Where? See where? Huey, what are you doing? My cat just ran in here. Just wants to. He just wants attention. What do you want?
You and run like.
Just want, because he just like he bangs in his head until with the door, and then he just opens it or whatever. Now I'm just like he just comes in, walks in. Oh, stay away from the stream stuff. What do you want? I've already fed you. What do you want, Huey? You want to attention? Come here.
Cats always want attention until they don't, and then they're like, fuck off.
All right.
Cats are assholes.
Okay. You know what? No. I'm not giving you that attention, Huey. And get
Like Kahuna, here's where you're right, Kahuna. Halloween Town in Kingdom Hearts was actually funny.
It was a fun world, but that's the thing. It was a world. It
Piece
wasn't
of shit of any time you had to swim in Ariel's world. Ugh. Fucking swimming mechanics in games.
I'd rather go through Tarzan again. That was fun. Tarzan's world was fun, but for whatever reason they lost their. I think they lost the rights to start off and Doyle. I don't know who wrote that book for Tarzan.
It wasn't the story from Conan Doyle, I don't think, though. I think that he was Sherlock.
Yeah, I don't know who owns Tarzan or whatever, but they say
Oh,
no.
it's Edgar Rice Burroughs.
Edgar Wright Burroughs, but yeah, they just said they just canceled that whole. I don't know what it is, but they just, Tarzan just disappeared. That world just disappeared after the first game. It was like, no, no, that's it. What? Oop. There we are.
Instead, you get like a Hercules level in every single fucking Kingdom Hearts game.
Oh, the Hercules level is always fun. Always fun.
Always the same thing. There's big battle arenas.
Hey man, it's just an excuse
Get up on the
to
Hydra's
get
back!
and Danny DeVito, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, Frozen. Well, come on, Kuna, you gotta let that go. Let's wait till her response to that.
I said it'd be long enough to say that. Oh, I get it.
Well, look, they had to promote their own. Look, they had to promote that. You're not getting, like, for example, I would have loved Darkwing Duck World, but, Disney's like, no, we're not going to have that. Darkwing Duck World. That Darkwing Duck World would never happen. Even though that would actually be pretty
I wonder how long till Star Wars World goes in there.
Don't say that.
Well, then you have
they're
Rey
the
being
they already did
completely and totally
Caribbean.
badass, or at least, maybe she won't be boring. Maybe Rey won't be boring in a Kingdom Hearts game.
Ha 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 ha. That's a good story, Duke.
That's the hope. They gotta have some of it.
Do you think they'll be able to animate her so that she can close her mouth?
Or maybe make her forehead at least a bit smaller.
No, because that gaping mouth and the big doughy eyes is exactly how she got the part. Because that's what the director saw when he looked down.
Oh.
J.J. Abrams looks down. There's Daisy Ridley with her mouth open. And yes, I said that. I don't give a fuck.
Well, most people don't get. Look, besides.
That's how Hollywood works. God damn it.
Hey, looking at the White House, it's also how politics works too. Am I right?
Hey-o.
Gentlemen?
Yeah, Hollywood and politics, it just seems to work. You know, it's poetry. You know, it's how they rhyme. You know. That's let's see. And there we are. And then let's get rid of you. And hey, there he goes. 75. Didn't get that one.
Congratulations, as a president that helped my small business. Well, we elected a vagina.
That was the Jay Longbone video.
We put a vagina in charge.
Oh, let's see. There's the
You
time
missed
crystal.
box.
But I don't care. I missed all of those boxes. Who cares? I couldn't get them anyway. Wait. Wait. And
I would just laugh if he made the most like pro woman administration of all time, just as an absolute fucking disaster.
yeah, well, some, you know. That's what the luck of this country is. Oh my type of luck. Be like, yeah, everything was fine.
You also don't want to say it because I mean, if you root for a president to do bad, it means you're rooting for your country to do bad, which is really really selfish.
Yes.
But at the same time, it'd just be hilarious if they just brought people on board just because of what they have between their legs, which is something we've been taught not to do ever.
Yeah,
when we
like
were kids.
okay,
And
yeah.
now it's a fucking thing. Oh, we're gonna race bait. We're gonna hire based on skin color and by what's between your legs. Something that we were taught
yeah.
was absolutely not acceptable.
Yeah, because that's not going to blow back on anyone. Nope, not at all. I'm just going to sit back and I'm just going to sit back and laugh at all this stuff because that's pretty much what you only have to do, right? 'Cause, man, it's comical at this point. It is a complete comedy act, and I'm just
It's
sitting
not
here.
comedy. It's a tragedy.
Oh, wow. But yeah, I just look back at it. I'm like, all I ask is just for someone a little common sense and such. But sadly, common sense does not exist anymore. It's all about
Common sense is a rare commodity.
it's just about emotions and such. But hey, that's okay too. Let's hope it doesn't burn you. Which it probably will. And instead of actually saying, okay, we've learned our lesson. They won't learn the lesson. They'll double, triple, and quadruple down, and then, nothing will be learned, and everyone will just be, miserable forever, and like that.
You'll have your Switch.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. My cat Huey's looking disappointed. He's just like staring at me like he's staring at me like he could like I can play better. And every time I give him the controller, he just looks at it like no. He's just that disappointing stare that if I was playing, I could do better. Okay, then here's the controller. He's like, no, I was just playing.
He just stands there. He just sits there and judges you.
That's what he does. He is legitimately judge. And there it is.
Judgmental cat.
And meanwhile, he's just gonna go and lay on my bed and try not to. And I'm like, please don't go and scratch it up. That's what he is. That's what my cat does. He just he will either sleep on my bed or he just start scratch everything up so he can be like, yep, it's more comfortable for me. I'm like, what about me? I like those bed sheets. He's like, screw you and your bed sheets. it's my head. It's my time. It's my.
And that
it's,
wonders how come I hate cats.
It's like, well, reason why, because pretty much the cat is basically a reflection of yourself, right?
Yes, and I hate myself. Because I scratch at my own bed sheets and look at myself like with utter disdain. Unless it's time to be fed. That's like, no, you look at me with utter disdain until it's time to be fed.
Jump over the dragon. Nope, missed. And yeah, why?
Yeah,
and by
cats
the
are
way,
freaking prima donnas. I can't stand them.
but they are smart.
I don't hate them, but at the same time, it's just like I don't want one because they're only cute and cuddly when they want food. The rest of the time, they're like, don't touch me, goddammit.
No.
It's like
why can't it be like Yoshi?
When I'm in a room with a cat, it's like I'm Prince Harry with his wife. And
It's
that's
just,
like
I try. Sometimes the cat does something cute and just like, okay, what did you do? Because whenever my cat does something cute, he does something. He's like, oh, okay, if I do something cute, I can get away with it. That is what his whole thing is. Because if he does something cute, he gets away with something. And he's like, oh, you did something cute, and like, you did something wrong, did you? And he's just like, no. And he's like, why is this on the floor? He's like, I don't know. And
That's not what my mum's dog does.
the tiger always seems cute, but until you start, until it scratches your bed, then it's not even close to being cute.
it's like Nat's brother's cat. We were over there earlier, and cat's just he has like leather.
She.
Your brother's a he.
Oh, I thought you meant
God,
the
you're
cat.
retarded.
What about the cat?
So Nat's brother has these like leather dining room chairs, and the cat's just fucking scratching her claws all over him. And I'm just sitting there gritting my teeth, going, "Oh my god, if that was my cat, it'd be outside the door in a freaking split second." That's why I like Puppers. Puppers is a good pupper. She's smart and she minds and she loves you unconditionally. Well, unconditionally love. That's a sign of a narcissist. But I'll take it. But no, she's a sweet puppy and very, very mindful, very sweet, good doggo. If cats are more like dogs, I'd be happy.
You right? Oh. Move right away, and there it goes. And Dingo Dial with his lovable Australian accent. Hey, he's more Aussie than Crash, which is not really saying much.
What the hell is a dingo dial?
It's Australian crocodile with a flamethrower on its back. Which, I was trying to do it. Nope. Ah, dang it. I don't know. I'm off. I hate when that happens. You just feel like everything is going away. I blame this.
Kuna says it's said that dudes with cats are better at understanding women. Yeah, well, dudes with dogs are straight. Just kidding, dude. And Llama, if he's actually listening to this.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Poe's a cool cat. Like, he gets pass. Such a chill, mellow cat. I could see myself having a Poe.
Did you ever, well, fucking hell, you don't not have a Poe in the next 5 minutes. Let me get back to the time tonight.
Okay.
But,
No.
have you ever actually met Poe in real life?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
I was over at Llama's place playing, it was Mother Russia Bleeds and Blazing Chrome, and we played, what was the other one? Oh, Double Dragon Neon. Those videos are up on our YouTube channel. YouTube.com
Yes, gotcha.
slash
Get up,
Dukect
get away,
Games.
get away. And there you go. See you in Crash Bandicoot 4, so you can be on our ally and oh yes, and get like 20 more pounds. Seriously, Crash Bandicoot 4, Dukect gets a big old belly. I don't know what happened after Crash 3. I don't know what he did after he
Eat
lost.
the penguin.
Yeah, dang, he just must have. Chihuahuas. I never had Chihuahua. It must be fun to have. I don't know. I don't know what I would do with a Chihuahua though. I would probably be like, lose it or something. And like in this thing.
Well, if you ever get a burger, you can just take it and throw it at the burger and run.
All right. Before I do anything else, I'm gonna just see if I can get this. Let's see if I can get the yellow. See if I can find it. The yellow crystal, because I know I did those two correctly. I need to get the. Where's that the dang yellow crystal? Because I know it's there. I know I it's some type of thing there.
I think you have to get to the platform without dying.
I have to die. Oh, it's like you have to pretty much do it without dying.
Yeah, I think so. There's a platform in the level somewhere, and you have to get to it without dying. And as soon as you die, it disappears, and you can't use it.
Oh,
I
definitely.
think that's what it is.
I do love this.
It's better to it's probably better to do the time trial as well, just because, like, not to beat it, but to get to the platform, because every time you die, if you do die, you don't lose any lives.
Ooh. Yeah, this dude looks like it's like, okay, buddy, you need to calm down a bit. It's like, I swear it. I'm like, okay, buddy. Calm
It's
down.
Pope Smurf.
Alright. Okay, a 96 by Celsius, yada yada yada. How do you get the gem? Gem, yada yada yada. Looking find it, but it's like, using game facts and whatever. Still can't. It must be something. But see if let's try and get see if I can get both the relic and the gem. Oh, there it is. Cause I think this is like one of the first games I ever 100%ed. Crash Bandicoot 3.
Well, you know you can get 105%, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like the first time I actually played a game, got all 100%. It was weird, and I died. All right.
No gym for you.
But but it's weird. I had all these games as a kid, and I never beat them 100%. I beat Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario World. I completed it, but never got 100% at it. When I was.
I'd like to say that this game has negative stereotypes, and that this needs a Disney style warning on it, just like the Muppets, because the Muppets are no longer kid friendly because they have negative stereotypes, and also Futurama, the gender bender episode. I like to say that's fucking disgusting.
Oh gosh, I try watching some of this stuff, but there are like at least some I think they had like a really messed up dude host the episode, and it was Gosh, I don't remember the dude one, but he had like some serious issues, and it came out that he was doing some sexual assault or something. So they had to bury that episode. So I'm like, yeah.
Bill
they can't-
Cosby?
No, not that one. Not that one. It was something else.
Roofie in the jello.
It was someone else that Cosby never had. Funny thing is, Cosby never got on never was on the show, which is weird. This was 80s and 90s. I'm like, oh, I can't. Oh, wait a second. It says I have to beat level 20. You have to, I have to go through level 27 to get the yellow gem. So, it's not. I can't get it yet. That's the thing. So it's like, there's like I have to do like extra more levels. So
what's the point of the gems anyway?
Well, every time you get them complete, you complete more of the game.
I know, but like, does it change the ending or anything?
Oh yes.
You unlock an ending when you get 100.
Oh yeah, there's 100%. It's the true ending. That's the same for all the other stuff too. So if you get all the relics, you got to get all the relics.
Did Naughty Dog bring back the Bandicoot with the big titties?
No. Oh yes, they did. They did actually, for the first game. And you know what? She leads Crash, for I think one of the enemies of the game, Pinstripe. I'm not making that up. She left him, and that's why Coco is works with them right now. Works with their tag team partner at that point. Even though it was originally going to be Crash and Tanya, it was they pretty much had to change everything because a lot of people were pissed. They were pissed at what Tanya with the boobies and everything. So they're like, okay, fine, we'll just make Coco and make Crash's younger sister, even though it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, just say, it's Coco's Crash's sister. So, yeah, she's the new partner or whatever.
Step sister, boom chicka wow.
Doesn't stop all the Rule 34 though. It never stops that.
And that's why I said stepsister. Pornhub rules.
I think that's still being. I thought that was closed down.
No, it's still up though. But what happened was they said that in order to like combat like child trafficking and stuff like that, and some really other shady shit, you have to be verified that you're you when you post a video on Pornhub. Yeah. So otherwise they made it so MasterCard and Visa refused to process payments until that was made because they're under pressure from the government too. Because that's one thing the Trump administration did very well is it actually went after pedophiles really hard.
Oh yeah, which is always a good thing. But yeah, it's I hope.
But what happened was they Pornhub implemented these changes and purged like tons and tons of accounts that were unverified, so they could track who was uploading videos.
I don't think I never went to Pornhub actually. The only time I actually went to Pornhub was actually stuff that's not
I never went, Mama. Where?
Stuff that wasn't actually.
I went to the Bible Hub.
But what they did was, so Pornhub purged all these accounts, and people were angry that all their favorite videos are gone, and Visa and MasterCard just gave a middle finger to Pornhub anyway, and refused to process their payments.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, there was like stuff on Pornhub that wasn't even qualified for like porn, like people eating food is that porn?
People started uploading just like full-length fucking videos, like
movies.
Oh yeah, like the whole Harry Potter series is on there at one point.
Yeah, it was
That's
like weird.
Pornhub should make a legit version of YouTube.
Yeah, I mean they're the only company that's big enough to really compete with them.
That's all like people putting like sports ball, like actually like football stuff there. I'm like, what? Why is there like I'm like, people get horny for watching like football team winning a game or whatever. I'm like, sure.
I love them the meme of like the wholesome Pornhub comments. Like somebody will comment on it and like a really dirty video, something like, Hey, does anyone know how you do logs in mathematics? I'm struggling with my homework, and then someone will reply being like, "Oh, you have to carry the one, and then you do this is the power of this." And it's like, okay, helpful community.
It's a weird thing, man.
We,
But, yeah.
we look after our own.
The weirdest one I saw was somebody was like wanted to know how to make pancakes properly, and the other guy gave him like a full-on recipe and was like, "Oh, be careful you don't leave it on for too long because you burn it." And it's like,
Oh, man. Yeah, you don't want to do all that type of stuff. It's pancakes. Making pancakes are it's a difficult science because you don't want to burn it.
You should make Duke, if you ever get a chance, make some white chocolate and strawberry crepes. They're delicious. That makes them really well.
Since I have nothing but time since the lockdowns will seem to be never ending. But yeah, I'll probably make some because I've been making like some really good food during this whole pandemic. You know, some actually making like egg rolls, some you know, like actually hamburgers, stuff like that. Things that I never actually cooked like before, like really long time actually using like my air fryer to cook like recipes from there. It's weird, but also really fun to do. You know, really fun to sit and actually do these like weird recipes and everything. And
Yeah, I mean, I've learned how to. Well, I never didn't learn how to cook. I knew how to cook, but I've been making some pretty cool stuff lately, like Cajun gumbo, and that's made some. What was that thing you made? The wine beef.
beef bourguignon.
Oh yeah, that was really good. Then we've been making like stuff like the recipe for Panda Express's orange chicken. And,
oh yeah,
I think Friday we're making sushi.
yeah.
Delicious.
But that's all that new ideas are gonna go right out the window when lockdowns are over and be like, screw it, just go order out something again.
Well, the order out thing's still a massive thing with lockdown.
Yeah, but you know you're gonna go out to restaurants anyway. Be like, oh, we could cook something. Nah, we're just gonna go to a restaurant. Screw it.
Well, I think when lockdowns are over, people want to go to the restaurants because they're already tired of being indoors. So
Yeah.
when it happens with like the pubs and stuff, the bars around here is when they eventually say that you can go back to the bars. Everyone's just gonna be flooding on the weekend.
It's
like,
just gonna be
everyone will
so
out there.
full, and they're like, you know, they're gonna like, crap. We ran out of everything. Everything? Everything. The only thing is gonna be left of those bars is gonna be like, you know, 2 lemons and like, okay, we only got like, what do we have left? Some like a lemon juice, like a half a cup of lemon juice, and some, what was that Australian beer? Foster's. Nobody wants to drink the Foster's, so that's pretty much what we have: lemon juice and Foster's.
I don't know what bar you're going to, but my pub, it was like the most popular drink there.
Some around here though, they're like, you know, someone like they would not drink some of that Foster stuff. They don't.
Kuhn says there's nothing quite like having someone else cook for you. Yes.
There was actually a scientific study that says a sandwich actually tastes a lot better when someone else makes it for you.
Not me. I always like making my own shit because then I know what's in it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've made.
Someone's wiping their nose and making a fucking sandwich.
I've actually made like some good. It's actually pretty good to actually sit down and actually make some good food by yourself and everything. It's relaxing. Actually make some stuff via your hands and such. Also, best time doing like some workouts or something, walking around the neighborhood. Best time to do it was actually during this whole lockdown. I was like, man, I had no one really bothering me because there was so much nice.
Yeah, going outdoors.
Yeah. Why not go outdoors and everyone else is inside? It's fun. Don't need to worry about any type of like, you know, foolishness and such. Like people going out there
if
doing.
Someone's out there being an asshole, you just gotta start acting like you're coughing and they fucking stay away from you.
A little bit of a cough, and they're like, "Oh, what? Yeah, we got I got to take another. I got to get out of here. I got to get away from this dude. Might give me like, I don't want to get anywhere near something like them running. So they're like, nope, I'm done.
It's better than pecking heat.
Yeah, you're like, nope, you don't have to deal with nobody. It's great.
Just act like you're a little bit run down and tired and cough and wheeze a little bit, and man, you got your set.
There we go. Move. Get some of this. There we go. You know, I actually almost forgot that, speaking of stuff that's coming out, movies and everything, I almost actually forgot that all the stuff, movies are coming out. The Matrix is coming out. I'm like, why is that Matrix 4 is going to be a thing? And I'm like, we didn't see any trailers or anything from it. I'm like, I still have to remind myself that movie's coming out.
Money.
I know,
I
but
still
I'm
try to
like,
remind myself to care.
well, it's going to be on
after-
HBO Max, so at least
after the third one,
I can
didn't
just
give
watch
two
it for
shits.
free. So that's always a good thing.
Yeah, if you can watch it on HBO Max or something, that's fine. But I just remember going to Matrix 3 and thinking that was just the biggest piece of shit.
I watched that. I was like, wait, hold up. I thought I did a pretty good time. I don't know. But yeah, Matrix 3, I was sleeping. I slept. I shouldn't have fell asleep, but it went so far. It went full anime. That's what it went. It went to Neo into basically Goku and them having that huge fight. I was like, what is this? Like, from all this, and then just like, yeah, okay.
The worst thing of it all was that one kid who's like, I believe in Neo, and he just like the fucking Neo stan, you know?
Yeah, that Neo is now this whole perfect god figure. And people thought,
I
man.
believe in Neo. It's like, yeah, of course you believe in Neo. You met him like 5 fucking minutes ago, you dumb bastard.
Yeah, but even worse is that it was part of the Animatrix and such. Like, he met him, that's where he first met him and such, which I'm like...
Well, I know he committed suicide to get out of the Matrix.
Which is joy. That was a fun thing to watch. But I'll say this about the Animatrix. That was probably one of the... I would say that's probably the best thing that came out of the sequence. Is that...
I just remember that one chick CGI ass.
Yeah.
In the sword fighting scene.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
And
I think wasn't it Square who made that CGI bit because they're the only ones who had the technology to do that.
yeah. And that led into the Matrix video game, which was not good. I watched that Into the Matrix. I still have it, and I'm like, I will appreciate. I appreciate what they were trying to do. I always say that, but you know what, man? I'm gonna say it. I felt like when I played that game, I was like, this is it. This is what's supposedly going to be better than Pong, which was their whole thing, by the way. They said, watch out. Remember Pong? How revolutionary it was? Well, check out Enter the Matrix. I'm like, boy, the ball's on you to say that. To say this, like, Pong was changed generation, and now this movie tie-in game, that's going to change the world. And I'm like, bruh, I just like, who are you? What are you? I'm like, what are you doing? You know, what are you actually going to actually sit there and say, yeah, I'm making this game right here is going to be as big as Pong. I'm like, what? Okay.
It's not gonna make the player John Romero's bitch.
And then, well, Path of Neo made it at least somewhat better. Oh, gosh. It actually ended, and it actually had Queen ended, which was actually, they saved the day, and then it's just like, yeah, you kind of messed up the movie. Here's the real ending for you. And it had, Neo winning, and then it had Neo won! Yay! And Queen. And I'm like, finally, some good stuff. But that's what I'm like, man. They really didn't mess. I was like, they really screwed that whole thing up. And then they had the whole MMORPG, which supposedly was going to follow after the movie. is. Did anyone actually play that? Matrix Online.
Mm-mm. Nope.
I heard of it. I looked at it. I was like, no, I'm not gonna play it. In fact, I still have the DVD of the Matrix 3 and such, and I'm like, and they still like. I remember the plugging of it. They plugged it. Like, yeah, the story doesn't end here. I'm like, I wonder, like, they sit back and I'm like, yeah, this was the. Did I ever wonder saying, yeah, this was a big mistake. That this thing is gonna be forever tied into the movie and ever and such. Like, oh, by the way, this huge movie is gonna have a crappy MMORPG or whatever. That's just perfect. Because when I think, when you think of, great, MMORPGs, you think the Matrix, and well, you think Matrix Revolutions, you think Matrix Online, a forgettable RPG with a forgettable trilogy, which is a shame
No,
because.
I think of the first movie and I leave it there.
But I'll say this: you go weaving the, Agent Smith, got all that money, by the way. Which you got that Matrix and Lord of the Rings, which was, he was pretty busy during that time. He was making that and Lord of the Rings at the same time. So his bank account, man, is probably just.
Yeah, but he also retired from acting. He's not reprising any of these roles anymore.
Yeah, he's he's done. Why would he come back? He's already got the money.
He says he's tired of being doing big Hollywood roles. He wants to just kind of do small budget stuff now.
Yeah, of course. So he set his price, man. He's like, yeah, he doesn't need to do anything. He made his money, made good investments. He's good. He won. He won at the Hollywood game, man. Make your big movies, get your money, and set your own and set everything up, man. I'm like, yeah, that's when you win, you know.
Anyways, it's almost midnight over here, so we're probably gonna have to hang it up.
All right, let me just let me see if we can get this thing. If not, I'll just hang this up too, because I got other stuff I have to do too. I gotta get ready to start watching AEW and such, and got to do the podcasts and everything else and all the other stuff. They had just hired the Big Show, actually. No joking. They hired him this morning, and I'm like, for another show they're doing. So I'm like, yeah, I gotta do all the other stuff too. I have to write all this stuff down and talk about it tomorrow and everything. So that's gonna be a fun podcast I have to do. But you know what? I think that will be. I think we're gonna end it here.
That works.
Yeah. So.
Well, Duke, thanks for having us.
No problem. All right. Let me just. This is already saved up. So just saved up and everything. Make sure everything is. You never know, because you'll just oh, you thought you saved. Nope. That means you gotta do all these levels all over again. That's I don't trust auto saves.
Wipe your entire PS4.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for sticking here and everything else. Kahuna, Tyra, all the people from the Laughing Man, Natalie, all the stuff from the Black Shepherd Games. Thanks so much for watching and all the good stuff. And don't forget, I will return in live streaming Astro Train this Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Duke will return in Spider-Man 3.
The Snyder Cut.
Oh gosh, with Crown of Thorns and Joker face paint. Because we live in a society after all. But with that, thanks so much for watching. Duke CT here. Peace and love. I'll see you when I see y'all later. We're gonna crash doing this
Hello.
dance.